What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update. This is a late update, and I'm just going to go over the calendar one more time because it's recess time, so we need to talk about that. And then we're also going to take a look and a listen to Chris Coons, Senator Coons. He's going to talk a little bit about the stimulus package. So we saw the impeachment trial yesterday. It's over. And so now we can move forward. Whether you like the outcome, you don't like the outcome, now we can move forward with the stimulus package, and they can focus solely on that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's do Senator Chris Coons' video first. We'll play that, and then we'll go ahead and talk about that on the other end.
But George, I'm also focused on moving forward with delivering the urgent pandemic relief, the revitalization and strengthening of our economy that President Biden has been focused on since becoming president. Even during this week of the impeachment trial, President Biden had bipartisan groups of senators over to the White House to talk about pandemic relief, rebuilding infrastructure, restarting our economy. I think that phase of accountability moves to the courts now, and we in Congress need to move forward with delivering the expanded unemployment checks, the stimulus checks, the reinvestment in our economy that the American people so desperately need and deserve.
Now, let me, I didn't play the actual question that George Stephanopoulos had for Senator Coons, but basically he was asking about the impeachment trial, or they were talking about the impeachment trial, and he was just going into, do you think there should be more? Should they have some type of a committee that looks into this whole situation that happened on January 6th. So he talked a little bit about that, and then he transitioned into the stimulus package. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue and hear what else he has to say.
You're a close ally of President Biden, perhaps his closest ally in the Senate. Have you spoken to him since the verdict, number one? And number two, given that it looks like this pandemic relief, at least the first bill, is going to be a partisan effort, not a bipartisan effort, how does he build on that promise he made in the campaign to bring the country together?
Well, George, let's be clear. President Biden has met, spoken with bipartisan groups of senators. There are 10 Republican senators who are still negotiating with the White House, with a group of Democrats about trying to find a bipartisan path for an appropriately bold and broad relief package. If they get to a number and a scope that meets President Biden's goals, I think that's a good outcome. But we in the House and Senate, Democrats, have provided a pathway so that if a month from now, as unemployment checks are at the verge of stopping for 10 million Americans, we can proceed with a Democrat-only bill. President Biden is uniting the American people. He is moving forward on relief that has the support of 3/4 of the American people. And from the way he spoke at his inauguration to the actions he's taken in his first couple of weeks, he is showing us what real presidential leadership looks like, in sharp contrast to his predecessor. He ran on unity, and I believe he's delivering unity for the American people.
Okay, so there was Senator Coons, and that last part there, very, very important. He was talking about budget reconciliation, basically. He said, look, we have this off-ramp if we need to use it. And so right now, they're still open to negotiate. So you heard he mentioned the 10 Republican senators. If they want to negotiate, continue negotiating, that's fine. But the bottom line is they have budget reconciliation. The Democrats do. So they can move forward. And if nothing happens in the next couple of weeks, they're going to go ahead and move forward with this bill without Republicans. And that's just the way it is. And ultimately, I think that's going to happen anyway. I don't think we're in a situation where we're going to have this bipartisan bill. It's just not going to happen. We're too far apart when it comes to the Democrats and the Republicans. They've been that way ever since the CARES Act. They have not wanted to come on board and be on the same page and vote for something. So at this point, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at budget reconciliation, and that's just the reality. And I've said this before. It's unfortunate that we are in a pandemic. We're probably one of the worst crises that we've ever seen in this country, and we cannot get Congress on the same page to help the American people, to help small business. We just can't get it to happen, which is, I mean, it's a tragedy in itself. So I know you're probably asking a question, just like I was asking, why are they working on a Saturday? Why don't they just carry this over until Tuesday? Why do they have to work on Saturday? Well, if we bring up the calendar, this will probably explain why they worked yesterday, because we're looking at a situation where President's Day is on Monday, so tomorrow. But look at this here. They're going to be off all week. They're going to be on recess all week. And so that is why they wanted to work on a Saturday, because they didn't want to have to come back on Tuesday, because Tuesday they're on recess. Okay. And so that's what we're looking at now. So both the Senate and the House, they're going to be on recess. They will return, at least the Senate returns on the 22nd. I would think the House is probably going to return on the 22nd as well. Speaker Pelosi said the week of the 22nd, that's when they're going to vote on this stimulus package and then send it over to the Senate. And then from that point, that's when the senators are going to look at it. It's unclear if they want to put this in committee or not in the Senate, but they'll look at it. They'll decide what they're going to do with it. And we'll probably be looking, I would hope that the Senate could take a look at this, and it only takes 2 or 3 days for them to figure out what they want to do with the stimulus package. Now, if they want to make some changes, they can go ahead and make those changes, vote on it in the Senate, get it approved, but they have to send it back over to the House. So it's going to be we're going to see some real negotiating between Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, because they need to make sure that they have the votes on both sides. That will make it it'll streamline, it'll make it a lot quicker, because if you can get it approved in the House, approved in the Senate, and there are no problems in the Senate, then it can go to the president without having to go back to the House. So that's what we're looking at when it comes down to that. But that was very, very interesting. I mean, I remember on Friday I was watching the impeachment trial, and they said, yeah, we're going to return on Saturday. I'm thinking to myself, Saturday? Why would they return on Saturday? Then I looked at the calendar. It reminded me, oh, okay, well, you know what? They're off all next week. Or they're on recess. I want to say they're on recess. I don't want to say they're off. But in the recess, basically, they go back to their districts, and that's what they're going to be doing all next week. Now, this is kind of interesting, because this is a good opportunity for Speaker Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to say, no, you know what? We're not doing the recess. We'll do President's Day on the 15th, but then we're going to return and go ahead and get this stimulus package done. But it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. That's not in play at this point. But I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. So in the comment section, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.